So I've just been in a Battlefront mood recently, and by that, I mean the original two games for PlayStation 2, cause that's the system I play them on. But one of my favorite parts about these original games is their maps. Let me get this out of the way real quick. The original Battlefront is not an amazing game and only has a handful of maps I really like. With that being said though, I still go back to it from time to time as it's a game my sister and I would play together and form some fond memories. So let's take a look at 5 maps I like from this game, whether it be because of how they are laid out or if I just find them plain fun. So the biggest issue I have with most of the maps in the first Battlefront is, ironically, how large the maps are. Bespin Cloud City is certainly no exception, but I find it has more going on than, say, Hoth or Endor, which are just way too flat for me. In Cloud City, we have these upper open hallway areas that can be good to use for sniping down at the plaza or trying to conquer the other end. The plaza can be a bit of a mess cause you have people shooting at you from turrets, up at the open hallways, and even from ramps, so a lot of death occurs here, which, you know, can be enjoyable at times, but not always. Honestly, my favorite part of this map and why I even like it is the carbon freezing chamber section. It's such a cool place to fight with its darker tone mixed with red and white lights. You can even see a frozen Han being pulled out and falling into the chamber will kill you. The only issue is that I don't often get battles happening here. So hey, look at that, a little map, which is both good and kinda bad. Okay, so first off, the bad. There are only about 4 bases here, so expect to see the same spots quite a bit. Secondly, the AI is kinda dumb in this game, so don't be surprised to see grenades and rocket launchers being used at inappropriate times. Basically, I die here a lot. But that's okay, because I still find this map to be actually entertaining. Again, it's nice that it's a small map, so navigating to each area isn't too time consuming. Secondly, the way these ruins work is that they have an upper wall area that comes down inwards with these ramps and kind of a ruin maze section at the very center, which actually becomes really fun for me to just kind of explore, jump along the tops of these roofs of the labyrinth section down below, and using jet troopers to get to the higher places and making large jumps across the gap that separates the 2 main bases within the arena is really fun and very entertaining. That's really it. It's a very simple map and it has some simple pleasures for me. It's just, at the end of the day, I'm not very good at it and I tend to die a lot, so exploration really isn't something I get to indulge into a lot when it comes to this map. But otherwise, I enjoy it. So here we have a more interesting concept. A large body of water separates 2 pieces of land, with these docks in between them. I mean, sure, one piece of land is certainly bigger than the other, and gets to take advantage of the huts above the docks, and remember these for later, but to balance things out, the other side gets large annoying vehicles. Yes, I like the forest setting, and the map itself isn't too large, and fighting on the beach is cool. On the other hand, fighting at the beach is also my best way to die, and often. So like true cowards, my sister and I always tend to choose the snipers and hang out at the huts. Say what you will, but this is one of our favorite pastimes in this game. Just hang out up at top and take a few cheap shots at the enemies down below. And while you're at it, take bets seeing who can kill the most before the battle ends. That's it. That's the main reason this map is on my list. I enjoy being a sniper on it. Yeah, the Tusken Raiders suck ass, but I still like this map. This is just the most fun map for me to explore. We have a large broken Jawa transport, Luke's house, Tusken Raider village, and the Sarlacc pit. It is a fairly large map, so sometimes walking from one place to the next can be tedious, but you do get some speeders to help you out. Don't get me wrong, this is not a map to take seriously, cause the Tusken Raiders are assholes, constantly occupying at least one base and guarding it with vengeance, making it hard to get rid of them. And oh boy, do they love to snipe you when you're dealing with an enemy unit. So this is a map to just mess around on, and for me, that's a lot of fun. Starting fights by the Sarlacc pit and watching your opponents get eaten because they aren't smart enough to know to stay away, including your allies. Doing laps through the map to see how long you can last, and getting as many people as you can onto the skiff and bringing them over the Sarlacc pit. Basically, the pit is the best part of the map for me. It's dumb, I know, but I have a good time anyway. What even is Rhen Var? I'm not too familiar with that much Star Wars lore. Like, I think I saw this place once in The Force Unleashed, but I don't know. Either way, I find this map to actually be good. It's not too large, taking place at a snow-covered, ruined citadel, with plenty of open areas for battles to take place at, while also not being too confusing of a place to navigate. I quite like the open plaza area, with a bridge that leads to a small base. Lots of fun fights happen here for me. There are these two tall towers that don't often have too much going on at the top, but are entertaining to jump from. Every time I play this map, I always leave satisfied. It feels like you can actually come up with plans of action in case things aren't going your way. I don't know how else to put it. It just feels like a well-constructed map for me, where every battle is a worthwhile experience. I don't have any honorable mentions, but I do have a dishonorable mention. Naboo Plains. This map is too small with not enough going on. It's mostly open hills, so it's easy to get hit from anything. And this is probably just me, but every battle plays out the same here. Everyone, including tanks, rushes to the center and dies, making the battle here never that interesting for me. Join me next time we'll be taking a look at my top 10 favorite maps from the sequel. In the meantime, I don't really have any credits for this video, so enjoy a montage of some weird and dumb things I did when recording footage for this video. Enjoy.
I hear something. Take cover. Get down.
Our reinforcements have been cut off. Get down. Objective acquired. Get down.
Take cover.
Enemy forces have captured a command post. We've lost a command post. Grenade! Grenade!